And welcome here, ladies and gentlemen, to the Pictou County Wellness Center for this matchup between the Weeks and the Macs. An important game on the line here, as this one is worth 4 points. And it's the final regular season game here for both of these clubs. Macs coming into this one in first place of the U18 majors, standing at 29-1-1, with the Weeks at 24-6-2 in third place. A win today would push the Weeks to second place as they head into the playoffs. Puck drop is about to be underway for what should be an exciting matchup between these two great teams. Weeks will win it back early. It's to Sullivan. He'll hand it over to Tanner. Tanner up to Conlon. Conlon, one of the newest additions of the Weeks, coming out of high school straight into the league. Finished up his high school career with 21 goals and I think 23 assists in 24 games. I'll have to have a second look at that, as a couple players go down there and we're going to get a stoppage in play. Draw here in the Weeks zone, as they are now on the penalty kill. A penalty. Early in the game, Macs have an opportunity to take the lead. Creelman at the line with a shot, and it's gloved up quickly by Sarhando. That's Croft in the box. He got a 2-minute penalty. I didn't catch what for. Nonetheless, a chance for the Macs to take an early lead. Scherer pushing that draw through. Sullivan will get back and he'll play it around to White. White in the corner, loses it. Macs take possession. Scherer, another shot on net goes wide, and it's cleared by McCacherin. And the Weeks will take a breather. Macs in their own zone with it now. Creelman making a move. Love it now. Making his way in, he'll flip it into the corner. Sullivan racing for it, but Scherer will get there first and move it over to Fleming. Fleming and Creelman keep it in along the wall, as Sullivan tries to play it out, and McCacherin almost gets it out of the zone. Lovett keeping it in, a quick shot there, and Fleming can't throw in the rebound, and the Weeks will flip it up high and clear it and get off for a change. As the Macs taking possession, Scherer taking it into his own zone, now back in the neutral. He'll play it into the Weeks zone as he's hit off that one, a big hit from Bircham. We're going to get a hand pass call here. Last game between these teams at the Pictou County Wellness Center here ended in a beautiful overtime goal from Scherer to give the Macs the win. Weeks looking to get some revenge here on home ice. Sherwin in his own zone, taking it behind his net. He'll start to move it. Macs bringing it into the Weeks zone, played over. Another shot on net goes off the post. Weeks with it, and they'll clear it down the length of the ice with just 28 seconds left to go here on the Macs penalty, or excuse me, on the Macs power play. Truin moving it. Back to Truin. He'll take it into the zone. Drop it back to Odell at the line. He'll make a play over. Ginish can't get his stick on it, but he'll grab it off the boards and try and throw it in as a couple bodies go down there. Back over to Truin. Pass is a little too far ahead. He'll take the 1-tee off the wall. Odell with the shot. That goes wide. Back over to Ginish. Back over along the wall for Truin, who keeps it in, as that one is offside. So Liam Conlon is coming in to the U18 League with a previous 25 goals and 24 assists in 21 games in high school. He should be a great addition to the lineup getting into the playoffs here. And as of right now, looks like the Weeks will be playing the Hunters in their first round. Coming up, I believe the first game is on the 4th, so make sure to tune into that one as Eisner tries to dump it into the Max zone. We're back to even strength here. Playing it back, Green's walking in, he's got some room, and he scores! Hunter Green strikes first for the Weeks. A great penalty kill. And it's turned over into a goal for Green. Weeks go up 1-0 early in the first here against the Max. Draw here at center ice, tied up at the dot, and it'll get pushed back to Truin in his own zone. Plays it over and up as McKay will dump it in. Sorhando out of his net to make the play. Played in front for Sim. He'll bring it to the neutral. Sim stretch pass up to Frazier. That one gets intercepted by Lovett. Now he'll go the other way. Loses the puck there. Sim will pick it up and make a move over to Williams as the Max have to clear for an offside. Williams handing it over to Tanner. Swain bringing it in to the Max zone. He'll get some pressure put on him, and that gets played out to Lovett. Lovett bringing it in. Nice moves there. He'll dump it into the opposite corner. In deep, Sim with it again, breaking it out. That one's a little too far ahead of McCachran's stick, so it goes down the length of the ice behind the net in the Max zone. Playing it up. And that'll be icing against the Max. So we'll head back down to their zone. Draw here in the Max zone. Kid taking it as the Max win it back. Flips up and McCachran keeps it in at the line, dumps it in. Another shot from Conlon in front. Rebound, and they score! Weeks go up 2-0. And it's Conlon with the goal. A couple dirty rebounds pop back out. And Conlon smacks it home, making it 2-0 for the Weeks. An early lead. As McIntosh pushes it through. It's back for Truin. Truin playing it up the ice. It's in the neutral zone, dumped back in by McIntosh. Truin. Nice stretch pass up to Fleming. He's got some room. He'll walk in. And a big save from Sorhando. Fleming still battling for it. He'll get some help. Another big shot from the line. A save from Sorhando as that one hits off the stick and goes up into the netting. Draw here in the weak zone. Pushed through by Conlon. He'll cross red and flip it in. Down in deep, battling for it. Max will get possession. Tanner at the line. He'll walk in, a big shot there, and it's covered up. Battle for it along the boards after the draw there in the Max zone as that's flipped out to Cohen Tanner. In the neutral, he'll flip it back in. Kept in at the line by Sullivan. Houtelier throwing it around the boards to Scherer. Scherer looking to break out here. He'll flip it up high. All the way in. A big shot there from Odell. Gets poked away by Tanner. Into the corner and in front. Risky puck there for the Weeks as Croft picks it up. He'll bring it out. Handing it over to Kidd. Kidd walking in. He's hit off that one. Into the corner in front. And the Max will go the other way with it. Welsh bringing it in to the Weeks zone. A big shot there, blocked in front by Cohen Tanner. Yiddish, another shot. And it's covered up by Sorhando. Draw here in the Weeks zone, 13:45 left in the first. One back by the Max. Big shot at the line, and it's gloved up by Sorhando. Once again, the draw in the weak zone to the right of Sorhando. One back, a quick shot there as it fires up to the line. Green keeping it in. Down back for Green now, who already has one goal in this game. He'll bring it across red, tries to dump it in. But now the Max pushing the other way. Yinish working his way in, poked away by McCachran. McCachran taking possession, tries to flip it out. He gets it to Bertram. Bertram to Eisner in the neutral. As that one plays back for McCachran. Bertram. Green now, working his way up. He'll dump it in. Welsh picking it up behind his net. Pugsley will take it off him and make a move. Still fighting for it in the corners, Pugsley. Back in Max possession now. He'll take a moment. Max will get a quick change here. Stim will go in behind to push. Yinish will stay behind there. Now they'll break it out. Love it, pushing it through. He's got some space. He'll walk in, played over, and into the boards hard. A good opportunity for the Max as the Weeks take possession off the rebound there, and they'll play it out. And deep sides playing it around. Back in for Sim. Lovett will play the body. Swain battling for it, and it's out right in front and tries to get the pass to Williams, but it's intercepted and pushed through by Creelman. Creelman's hit off that one. Oliver puts it in front, and a good chance there once again. Weeks going the other way. It's Williams. Hands back over to Sim, back to Williams. That one's intercepted. Swain will pick it up. Tries to move it over, but now Max in possession. Tanner will break up that play. Push through again. And a big shot gloved up by Sorhando. He'll open it up. Moving it up, McIntosh can't get a stick on it, so that goes down the length of the ice. No icing. Played around. Turned over, Pugsley to McIntosh. Flips up high as it hits off the leg of Suds. Good defensive play there. Now going the other way. Sullivan trying to push it through for the Max. Down and deep, up to the line. Max in possession. Moved over to Trewin. Trewin plays it into the corner. Rebound almost pops out in front, but Tanner will move that along the boards to Pugsley. Kept in by Sullivan. Down and deep for Fleming. He'll move it back up. At the line, it's Trewin. Another big shot there. Rebound is alive. Sullivan's tied up with Sullivan. No call in this play. Sullivan of the Max was looking for a call. He'll take it and move back in. Another shot. Now behind the net for Sullivan. He'll play it along the boards. Up to the line. Trewin with it now. Plays it into the slot for Fleming. That one's blocked. And White will backhand it out, trying to clear it. Trewin keeps it in. He'll push into the corner. McIntosh in there battling for it with the help of White. Sullivan in there as well now. Couple bodies go down there. White coming out with it for the Weeks. He'll try and play it up. That goes off a leg and down the length of the ice. No icing on this play, as the Weeks will get a quick change in, as well as the Max. Going the other way, a nice poke check there. Coming in, a shot on net. Rebounds alive. And another opportunity for Liam Conlon to ring it past Bell, as Croft almost gets the rebound as well. We're past the 10-minute mark, so the teams will get a 30-second break, and we'll be back with more U18 action. And welcome back here, folks, after a short break. The players are out and ready to finish off the first period here. Wheats with an early 2-0 lead thanks to Green and Conlon. Draw here in the Max zone as they try and get themselves on the board. One back by the Max. It's moved around behind the net. They'll try and break it out up to the neutral ice. And we'll get a Max icing on this play. Draw back down to the right of Bell. 9:38 left to go in the first. Kid trying to win that one back, but pushing through. Suds kept it at the line by McEachran. Down in deep. Kid playing it into the corner. Croft battling for it as he goes down. Moved up. Conley keeping it. It's in front. And Bell tracks it and stays in front. Now going the other way. Boutelier bringing it into the Weeks end. Down in deep. Conlon in there. He'll move it up. Bertram with it. Going the other way. He'll flip it over. And it's dumped in by White. McEachran. Going the other way now. Welsh putting it through for Scherer. Scherer to Welsh. He's in. A shot. And it goes wide. What an opportunity for Welsh, as the Weeks clear it back out to the neutral. Serrano behind the net after McEachran laying the body on Welsh. Kid going the other way now. Kid has some dangerous hands. You don't want him walking in. Plays it in front, and it's sticked away by Bell. Moved around. Eisner in the corner. He'll cut into the slot, and a shot goes wide off the shoulder of Bell. Played back in front. No one's there for the Weeks, so the Max will take it and head the other way. As they dump that in, McKenzie grabbing it. Moved up. Eisner trying to poke it through, but it's turned over to McKay. McKay walking in. Gets hit off that one. And now Williams will grab it. Moves it. McKenzie. Crossing red. He'll bring it in. Hands it over. Pugsley trying to get it back to him. Played in front for Green. And a big save there from Bell, covering that one up. Great passing play from the Weeks. Getting it through the skates. But Bell, one of the best goalies in the league, recently went up and played for the Mooseheads. Draw here in the Max zone. Played up to the line. McKenzie will keep it in. Now back into the neutral for the Weeks. Battling for it, it's Frazier. He'll play it in. Swain racing for it. Weeks in their own zone. Williams. And we're going to get an offside. Draw here just outside the max zone. And it's stumped in. Weeks in. Played around. Frazier trying to play it out, but Strong will intercept that and dump it into the corner. Sullivan trying to break it out. That one's intercepted and thrown back in. Max will have to clear as Weeks take possession behind their net. Tanner. He'll start to move it out now. Bringing that one across blue. He'll move it up to Frazier in the neutral. Frazier gives it to Swain, who tips it in deep. Creelman moving that one around as that's up to the line. Sullivan in the neutral, dumps it back in. Suds with it. He plays it up and Bonnelly can't reach that one, so we'll get a Max icing. White taking the draw. It's one back by the Max, trying to push that one up. Fleming will poke it through. It's a 2-on-1, a 3-on-1. Fleming with a shot in, and it's deflected away by Sorhando. Fleming in the corner, getting some pressure from McEachran. Playing it around, blocked in front by Bircham. And that one will sneak out to the neutral. Guinish picking it up. Sherwin. Playing it up, White intercepts that one. Now he'll bring it in, and that'll be offside. Draw here just outside the Max zone. Weeks win it back. Bircham. He'll dump it in, and he reverses the hit on Bottomley. Played back out to the line. McEachran firing it into the open corner of the Max zone. Moved up. Bottomley trying to push that one through, but Bircham's there, and he throws it back in. Playing it in, Kidd. Making a move over to Frazier, but that's intercepted. Now the Max will go the other way. Moving that one in, over to Welsh with a quick shot. And it's off the pads of Sorhando. In the corner, Welsh with it. Up for Croft, who tries to play it over to McEachran. Max turn it over, Weeks turn it over to the Max. Getting that one. Sullivan walks in, a quick shot there. Gloved up by Sorhando. Draw here in the Weeks zone. Scherer taking it for the Max. Trying to push that one through to Odell. It's off for Welsh. It's alive in front, but that one gets poked away. Croft picking it up, and he'll bring it out of the zone. Over to Kidd. Kidd putting it through the legs. It's deflected into the corner. He'll grab it, moves it to Croft, played in front. That rebound's pushed away by Bell. Now into the corner, trying to get it up to Odell. So McKenzie grabs it, moves it to Williams. Williams dumping it in. Creelman down behind his net. Up for Scherer. Playing it over, back to Scherer, and it's in front, covered up by Sorhando. As Scherer tried to poke after the whistle, and Cohen Tanner didn't like that. Draw here in the weak zone. One back to the Max. Played in deep. Weeks will get possession, moving it up. Green trying to get Eisner trying to get his stick on that one. As it's dumped back in, Williams getting into the corner, avoiding the hit there. They move back up to Eisner. Eisner plays it along the boards, it's picked up. Played back in, now McKay with it, he'll dump it in. Serhando out of his net to play it around. Another shot blocked, and that one will go up into the glass. Breen keeping it in. Moving up, Breen at the line again, keeping it in. As he flips that one in, Williams grabbing it. Moves it to McKenzie. McKenzie tries to get it to Green. That one's just out of reach. As it's played in. Back to Breen in his own zone. He'll make a play over, As that's dumped in to the weak zone. Tanner back to pick it up. Plays it off the board. Strong keeps it in the corner. Back around for Tanner, who moves it to McKenzie. McKenzie moving it to Sim. Sim pokes that through the legs, but it's poked away off his stick and pushed in by the Max. Ivor putting it through. Sim will pick it up as he's hit hard into the boards. Now going the other way is to Weeks. As they flip it in, McIntosh will chase after. Down behind the net, Dinish picks it up in his own zone. Skating his way through, and we're going to get a tripping call here. Looks like it's going to be against Sim. And it will be. Sim heads to the box. And now the Max, a golden opportunity late in the first to try and get themselves on the board and cut this week's lead in half. One back by the Max. They have possession. Creelman walking in along the boards. A quick shot, and it's covered up by Sorhando. Scherer taking the draw here for the Max. He wins that one back to Creelman. Creelman walking into the slot, and it's gloved up once again by Sorhando. One back again. Creelman handing it over. Back to Creelman. Down in deep. Max looking for an opportunity. Love it. Hands it back over. Creelman in the slot. A shot blocked in front by Sullivan. That one's pushed out. Creelman keeping it in. Dumps it into the open ice for Lovett. Lovett getting some pressure from McCacherin as he goes into the boards. And that one's poked out as the Weeks clear it. Shippy play along the boards. Far back is Creelman. With possession, he brings it into the neutral. Hands it over to Scherer. Scherer, big hit there as Sullivan collides with him. Up for Creelman at the line. Hands it back in. A big shot there, and it's deflected away by Sorhando. Battle for it in the corner. Just 54 seconds left on the Max power play here. Moved out to Kidd, and now he'll go the other way. Kidd bringing it into the Max zone, short-handed. He brings it into the corner. He's hit off that one. Now the Max the other way. Pushing through. Ivor with a quick shot, and it goes wide. Back up to the line, poked through by Kidd. He's got some room. Nathan Kidd short-handed, and it goes just wide. We're going to get a penalty here as a couple bodies go down. We might get a penalty shot here for Nathan Kidd, as it looked like he was either tripped up or hooked. No, we're going to get a power play. might be a penalty shot. One of the refs seems to be pushing for the penalty shot call. Sullivan in there having a talk to them. It looks like the Weeks have a penalty too. All right, so Kidd will stay out for a penalty shot. Mac's parents not happy about this one as Guinness will stay to the box. Perhaps a penalty that he received after the initial hooking on Kidd. As Kidd has a chance here to extend their lead 3-0 going into the second period. Fantastic music choice here. And here Kidd goes. Brings it in wide to the right. Kidd walking in slow on the back end, and a shot goes wide. And it'll stay 2-0. So 58 seconds left to go here in the first. So it'll be 4-on-4, it looks like, for 20 seconds, and then the Weeks will have a 1:40 power play as they head into the third. Or excuse me, the second. Behind the net is Sherwin. Bringing it through for the Max into the neutral. Sherwin walking in, he'll dump it in. Down in for Frazier. Now the Weeks will go the other way. Played over. Back behind for Bircham. It's up for Williams. Williams plays it over to Sim with a quick shot, and it's covered up by Bell. Draw here in the back zone. And they'll have to do a redraw on that one. One back to Sim. Sim losing his footing, and it's turned over. Now Liver going the other way with it, trying to push through, but a good defensive play from Bircham to shut him down. Now he'll go the other way, walking in, poked away. Scherer doesn't have a stick. Swain picking it up. Hands it off for Bircham. Bircham heads back to the line. Swain will go behind the net. His set place. As that's fired out by the Max. 1 second left to go. He'll get the shot off, but it's deflected high. And that'll be the end of the first period. An exciting one at that. Weeks go up 2-0 early against the first place team, the Max. We'll be back after a short break for the second period. This is U18 Majors on High Button Sports. And welcome back here, ladies and gentlemen, for the second period of this intense matchup between the Weeks and the Macs. Macs currently sitting in first place of the league heading into this final regular season game. Weeks sitting at third place. This game is worth 4 points, folks. A lot on the line here. Both teams want to finish out the season with a big win. And Weeks have pushed for that. They're up 2-0 early, but Macs still trying to come back. Plenty of great close chances for them. Puck drop for the second period is about to be underway. Weeks start off with 1 minute and 2 power play here. Shots 13-17 for the Macs. Or I should say 17-13, excuse me. Puck drop, here we go. As it's won back by the Weeks, Tanner taking it. He'll put it over to Sullivan. Back to Tanner. Tanner, back to Sullivan. Or excuse me, that's McKenzie out there. McKenzie, can he get back to Kidd? Kidd up to Conlon, who already has one in this game. Creelman will come back and grab it as he moves it over to Suds. Keeping it in at the line is Tanner. Goes off the head of Sullivan of the Macs there. And we're going to get an offside on the Weeks.
3-1, 1-3, 1-9-7. That's 3-1, 1-3.
Draw here just outside the Max zone. 31 seconds left on the Weeks power play. One back by the Weeks. Burcham racing for it. Williams picking it up. He'll fire it back to Burcham. Burcham bringing it across red. He'll play it into Frazier. Frazier puts it into the open ice. Back for Burcham. Frazier coming out with it. He'll put it up to Sim. Sim walking into the slot. Hands it back to Williams with a quick shot. And that deflects wide into the corner. Creelman and Sim battling for it. Frazier in there to help, and he'll pick it up as he moves it. Now over to Burcham with a quick shot there. And it's covered up by Bell. Draw here in the Max zone. We're back to even strength. One back by the Max. They'll take possession. Welsh in the corner racing for it. They'll fire it up. Max moving the other way. It's dumped in. Hits off of Williams as Kidd goes down hard. We're going to get a penalty here against Truin. And the Weeks will head to a power play. An early power play here for the Weeks. A chance to extend their lead to 3 goals. As Truin heads to the box for tripping up Kidd. One back by the Weeks. Kidd at the line, keeping it in. As he gets taken down, it's in deep. Move to McKenzie. McKenzie back to Tanner. Tanner back to McKenzie with a quick shot there. Played in front. Rebound. Conlon almost getting his second of the game as that one's flipped high and back out into the Weeks end. Max will get a chance to breathe. Played back around. McKenzie behind his own net, getting some pressure put onto him. Sliver trying to get possession. Moved up. Now Kidd going the other way. Moving in with some speed as he's hit off that one, and a shot from McKenzie goes high. Croft keeping it in. Down deep for Kidd. Played over. They can't get a shot off. Conlon takes another. It's blocked in front, and the Max will clear it. And odd bounce there. Serrano comes out of the net, and it bounces a little bit in front of the open ice there. As Tanner moves it up. Swain trying to push through. Frazier gets it. Moves it to Sim. It's poked off his stick. Frazier in there trying to regain possession. Still battling for it. Back for Suds, and that's dumped in. Played around for Bertram on the boards. Bertram, stretch pass over to Sim, who dumps it in. Down in the corner, Swain. Moving it to Frazier. Frazier up to the line for Bertram. He'll skate around with it as he sees Williams. One of the top defensive scorers here. Not just on the weeks, but in the league. Bertram again. Back to Williams. He hands it over to Sim with a shot. Played in front, and Frazier can't bury in the rebound. And the Macs will clear it. And we're back to even strength here. Played around by Sorhando. Sim. Back for Sullivan to Williams. Trying to push that one in. Pugsley in the corner. Head off that one. Pushing that one back. Now Weeks the other way. Or excuse me, Max the other way, pushing around. Looking to get themselves on the boards up for Guinness. Moved over, kept in by Breen as that one goes wide. Back around, Sullivan will race to get there. McIntosh gets there first and moves it up. A stretch pass gets intercepted by Guinness. And he'll push through into the corner. Sullivan gets there first and plays back around for McCachran, who moves it. And it's out to the neutral. Going back for it is Creelman. Creelman moving it as that's fired back down into the week's end. Moved around McCachran. Trying to play that one. It's turned over to Welch in front. And it's hit away by the Weeks defense. Frazier picking it up now. Moving it. Eisner. Quick move there. Gets it back to White. Still pushing for it. Bertram with a quick shot. Rebounds alive. Trying to push that one in. They can't get it to go behind. Bertram with another quick shot. Blocked in front by Creelman. Back around in front for White. Trying to push it through. And it's covered up by Bell, who stays calm under the pressure. Finds the puck and covers it up. Shots up to 17-17 now. Draw here in the Max zone. Lovett wins it back. Creelman firing it around the boards, gets it out to the neutral. Bertram with it. Pushed through by Strong. Now going the other way is the Max. Strong trying to make a pass over to Lovett. It's intercepted by Bertram. Played back over, and that pass is a little off. Lovett back around the net, puts it in front, and it's cleared away by Cohen Tanner. And he'll bring it down the ice, and he'll dump it into the Max zone. Tanner having a great defensive game, stopping lots of Max opportunities as that one's turned over off the stick of Williams. Now going the other way. A quick shot from Strong, blocked in front. Lovett trying to dangle his way through. Another shot from Creelman. And a big save off the shoulder by Sorhando. Now bringing it out to Sim. Sim crosses red, he'll flip it up high. And Bell comes out of the net to make a play as he fires it around the boards. Moved in front, and a couple bodies go down. Conlon gets the puck and dumps it in. Creelman trying to play it around for Truin. Conlon's in there putting the pressure on. Lovett flipping it out. As Strong almost gets it out, it'll sneak out a little bit. Weeks will have to clear as they dump it back in. And that one goes high up into the netting. We'll get a stoppage in play here. Draw here in the Max zone to the right of Bell. One back to Tanner at the line. Tanner trying to dump it in. He'll turn that one over, but he pokes it through to Croft. Now in D for Guinness. Turned over. Conlon trying to play it into the neutral. No one was there. Or excuse me, not the neutral, the slot. And it'll go back into the week's end. Tanner playing it over. Sullivan He brings it into the neutral. Tries to get it over to Conlon, a little too far ahead of him. Now Bottomley getting possession. He'll play it. Odell over. Truin trying to get back onside. As it's fired on to Serhando, and he'll glove it up. Two early goals from the Weeks, and we haven't seen a single one from either club yet since then. We're almost halfway through the second period. Sherwin at the line. Dumps it in deep to the weak zone. Back around for it is McCacherin, avoiding the referee there. Still battling for it. That goes in deep. Burcham will head into the opposite corner, chasing it. Get some pressure put on him as the Macs keep it in at the line. Trying to push it around. It's dumped back in, racing for it. McCacherin, and he'll get there in the corner. It's played back around. Burcham hits it off the boards and gets it moved up. White now headed the other way. He'll dump it in as soon as he crosses red. Down in deep for Bell as he rims it around the boards. Struan hanging it off. Up for Guinness now. Guinness walking in with some speed. He'll try and get around Williams. Plays it in front. And that one flips just high over the net. Another shot from Guinness, and it's gloved up by Sorhando as he looks through traffic and grabs it. Draw here in the weak zone. One back, Williams picking it up. Now he'll bring it out to the neutral. Kidd racing for it as that one gets caught up in the ref's feet. And it's off for Sullivan of the Macs. He plays it up. Bottomley chipping it into the weak's end. Williams back to grab it. Bottomley trying to play it up to the line, and he will. A quick shot there. And it's covered up by Sorhando. Sullivan in there. The Weeks don't like that, so Kidd and Williams will get him out of there. Draw in the weak zone. One back by the Macs. Up to Suds at the line. He'll take a quick shot. Hits off the legs of Kidd as he tries to poke it out. Played back. Bottomley loses that one as Sullivan pushes it through. Played back into Fleming. He'll walk his way in. Tries to get it to Sullivan in the slot. A big open ice hit there. Bottomley goes down. And now going the other way, it's Kidd and Pugsley. Kidd with a shot. And it's poked through. Rebound still alive. Out of the way. That one snuck through the 5-hole. Inches from the goal line. Eisner, a quick shot by Pugsley there. Up to Tanner, who takes a quick shot. That one goes wide. Now the Macs moving the other way. Trying to bring this one out. A nice move there from Bottomley, who dumps it in behind the net. Sullivan back to grab it. Tries to move it up to Eisner. That goes through his feet. Breen pushing it through. Back in the Weeks' possession. Frazier grabbing it along the boards. And it's thrown in by Eisner. He'll head off for a change as Sim rushes in for it. Now Lovett with some speed the other way, trying to get around Burcham. But Burcham and Swain shut him down. Burcham along the boards battling for it. Now Weeks still not getting full possession as the Macs are putting on some pressure here. Some Macs parents not happy about the puck not coming out there. Now Burcham the other way, pushing through. He's hit hard into the boards by Guinness. They try and clear that one. Strong with it. He'll bring it out to the neutral. Breen back to Strong, and the pass is a little too far ahead of him. McCachran trying to play it out. Breen with a quick shot, and it's off the blocker of Sorhando. Livert trying to throw it in front. Down behind the net. Uses the boards to get it up to Breen at the line as he hits McCachran hard. That shot's deflected and goes high. Scherer trying to dangle his way through. He'll lose that one. Now Fraser the other way. Moves it to McCachran. McCachran will dump it in, and the Weeks will go off for a change. The Max will try and turn it around quick to catch them on it. Guinness avoiding Kidd. Getting past Conlon. He'll walk in. Moved around, and he's hit off that one. He collides with the post. He's not feeling so good. We'll turn the camera away here until we're sure he's up and all right. Looks like his back collided with that post, trying to avoid Sorhando. Creelman helping the team medic out. And he'll get up. Seems to be all right. Some discomfort in the back, definitely. Have to pick up some A535 on the way home. Didn't go to the locker room. That's a great sign as well. It's past the 10-minute mark, so each team here will get a quick minute break, and we'll be back in just a moment with more U18 action. And welcome back here, folks. A short break, and we're back ready to play the other half of the second. Draw just outside the weak zone, and the Weeks win it back. Williams picking it up. He'll make a stretch pass over to McKenzie. McKenzie trying to get out of his zone, turns that one over as it's dumped back in by Scherer. McKenzie picking it up again, moves it around the boards up to Croft. Croft backhanding it out to the neutral. Suds picking it up. Scherer up to Odell, and that's poked away. Suds again trying to play that in. It hits the leg of Croft. Conlon racing in after it. It's picked up by Suds. Moves it to Odell. Odell, a stretch pass over. Now going the other way. Welsh working his way in, looking for a pass. In front, rebounds alive. And it's covered up by Sorhando. They'll give Odell a little shove there. McKenzie and Odell sharing some words there as McKenzie heads to the bench. Words of encouragement, I'm sure. Draw here in the weak zone. Scherer wins it back. It's up into the slot. Rebounds alive. Odell pushing for it, but Tanner gets it out of there. Back for Creelman. A quick shot off the pads. Flips up high. And Tanner picking that one up again. He'll backhand it out for Kidd. Kidd going the other way, trying to skate his way through. He's picked off by Scherer, who will go the other way. It's a 3-on-2. Scherer to Odell. Played over to Welsh, who tries to walk in. Sullivan poking it out of his possession. And we're going to get a penalty here. I'm not sure who against. Might be against Croft here. And it is. Jaden Croft heading to the box for hooking. So now the Max, another great opportunity to get themselves on the board. They lead in shots 24-18, but Sirhando just keeps shutting them down time after time. See if they can get one past them here. Pushing it through, McCachran will try and clear it. It's kept it in the line by Guinness, who uses his body against the boards. Back up to Guinness. A quick shot there, and it's deflected by Fraser. It goes high out of play. Draw here in the weak zone. Max win it back up to the line for Trewin. He'll skate his way around. Almost loses it there to Fraser. Trewin along the boards looking for an option. Moves it to Guinness at the line. Guinness handing it over. Odell. Back to Guinness. Back to Odell for the 1-T, and it's blocked in front by McCachran. He'll take it around. Guinness races in, keeps it in. He'll go in. A good opportunity there. Trewin, another big shot. Rebounds alive in front. Cleared out to Welsh. And we're going to get another stoppage. I'm not sure what that stoppage was for. Nonetheless, both teams will get some fresh legs out there. Draw here in the weak zone. Lovett taking it for the Max. He wins it back. Liver at the line. Hands it back over. Creelman can't get a handle of that one. It'll sneak out to the neutral. The Max will take it back and regroup. Liver moving it over. Lovett picking it up off the boards. Hit off that one as he dumps it in. McCachran getting that one, and it's cleared by White. Max with it. Creelman circling around, avoiding Sim. He'll pass it back. Liver moving it through. Walking into the corner, plays it in front. Rebounds alive, another shot, and it goes in. The Max score! A big goal on the power play, and the Max cut the lead in half. Scherer getting another big one. They finally get one past Sirhando. A couple nice rebounds. One was fed perfectly to Scherer, who walks in and taps it right behind Sirhando. Draw here at center ice. Back to even strength. Max win it back. Bottomley trying to move it up. Or excuse me, Bottomley with it now. Loses that one. Eisner trying to play it in. It's off the ref's leg, and McKay will take possession to Suds. He'll fire it up, and it's going to be a Max icing here. Or no, it won't. Williams is back for it. Play back around Eisner, trying to get that one out. Another big shot there. McKay trying to push it in as it's played out by Williams. Now going the other way, it's Green looking for his second. Green back in. The pass is a little too far ahead of him. Now Eisner putting out to the line. Williams, a quick shot, tipped in front, and it almost gets past Bell, but he sticks the leg out and saves that one. Moved around, Williams racing for it, and it'll sneak out. McKay on his tail. McKay gets the poke check to push that one behind the Weeks net. McKay with a great forecheck here. Still trying to gain possession. He'll get some help. And we're going to get a penalty here after a nasty hit into the boards. We'll turn the camera away once again here until we're sure he's up and all right. The medic will have to come out again. I didn't catch who it was. He's up and all right. It seems to be Bottomley. He'll take his helmet off, and as he's helped to the bench, and he'll head to the locker room. Or no, he'll just stand off outside the bench there, gather himself before he decides if he's going to be back and all right. Not sure if I said if it was Truan or Bottomley who's injured. I don't know if I got it mixed up, but it is Bottomley. He's putting the helmet back on. Seems to be gathering himself before he gets himself back on the bench. Draw here in the weak zone. Lovett pushing it through, but White gets it and clears it out. And we'll get a stoppage in play once again here. Maybe that one hit someone on the bench. I'm not too sure. Lovett having a talk with the ref on that call. But we'll have another draw here just outside the weak zone. One back by the Max. Lovett picking it up off the draw. He'll take it back into his own zone. Lovett saucers it over to Creelman. Creelman behind his own net now. He'll skate it up. Lovett grabbing it. Moving it back. Picking it up his Liver. He'll cross Blues. He brings it in. Another nice move. What a move. Flips it up. And that one stays out as he collides with Sorhando. Sorhando hands over his face. Turn the camera away here as Lovett's still in the back of the net. I'm not sure if he's injured or not. Or excuse me, Liver. The Weeks medic coming out as Sorhando's down. Slowly picking himself back up. Hopefully not injured too bad. Hopefully he can stay out and finish this game as he's been on the ball here. But Thorne seems to be ready to go in the chance that Sorhando can't finish this one out. He'll stand up, talking to the medic here. Seems to be all right. And he'll go for a little skate. He seems to be all right. He'll stay in this one. Jared Sorhando, what a trooper. Big collision there. Refs talking things over. I'm not sure if they're going to call a goalie interference or maybe even a tripping call against the Weeks. I didn't see if he was tripped up to fall into Sorhando there, but we'll see what their verdict is here as they head to the benches. So it looks like it'll stay 5-on-5. Had a short conversation there with the Weeks coaching staff on the bench. 5-on-5 hockey it is. Which, I mean, I think is the best call. No one tries to collide with the goalie. Just unfortunate turn of events. Everyone's all right, it seems. So we'll play on. Max win it back off the draw there. Liver trying to push it through. Hands it back to Scherer. Scherer walking his way in. A quick shot there goes a little too high. Now up to the line for Creelman. Creelman hands it over to Lovett. Lovett walking his way in. Quick pass over. Back up to Creelman with a 1-T. Gloved up by Sorhando. Draw here in the weak zone. One back. Sullivan firing it up, keeping it at the line is Truin. He'll go into the corner with it. Odell playing it back. Sullivan of the Max in the corner. Gets held up by Sullivan of the Wheats. As Odell gets in there and gets it up to the line. Handing over to Guinish. He'll cut in and walk back, moves it over to Truin. Quick shot there, and it goes wide around the boards. Guinish will keep it in at the line. Down in deep. Back to Guinish, and that one flips over his stick and clears the zone. Still battling for it. Truin. Another shot there, and it goes. It's in! That's a goal, and the Max tie it. Another quick rebound. This time put in by Welsh. As the Max come back and tie things up late in the second. A big goal. Weeks winning it off the draw. Williams firing it up. Croft chips it in. Suds back to grab it in his own zone. He'll fire it around. Kept it at the line by McCackern, who flips it high and in. A big hit there. Played in front by Conlon, and that'll collide as they try and push that one through. And now Bell down. Still moving. I can't get a good eye on him. He's getting up and he seems to be all right. Couple close chances for the goalies out here. Sure Bell is all right. Has his helmet back on and we're ready to go. Draw here in the the Max zone. Kidd wins it back. It's up to the line for McCackern. Plays it in. Croft. Toe dragging a shot there. Rebound cleared out. Now McKay with it. Almost hit off that one. Avoids it. McKay to Creelman. Creelman up into the neutral. Kidd intercepts that, and he'll dump it in. Moved around. McKay with it in his own zone, avoiding Croft. Kidd will get his body in there and push him off that one. And now they'll battle for it in the corner. Kidd going around to grab it, getting some pressure put on him. Croft hitting Cher into the boards, trying to play it in front. Kidd turning it over, turns it over to McKay. Now McKay up. Bottomley trying to get past Williams. He'll dump it in. McCackern picking it up. Moving it down, Creelman gets it to Bottomley. Bottomley trying to tip it past Williams as that one stays in the neutral as it's tipped back for Boutelier. Boutelier. Bottomley gets hit by Williams there, a big one. Williams trying to play it over, that's intercepted and it'll fly up high into the bench. And I didn't catch what happened there, my gosh. Tanner goes down. Draw here just outside the Max zone. Hit off that one. Frazier getting his body in there. Now Liver pushing the other way with it. He'll dump that one in. Sullivan is back, avoids the hit there. Frazier trying to play it out. Tanner will pick it up, now going the other way. Cohen Tanner, crossing blue. Back skating into the corner. Nice move there, plays it in front, but that's intercepted. Sullivan at the line, another shot, tipped in front and almost bounces in. Rebound's alive, and it's covered up. Bodies will go down once again. Some pushing and shoving. So it looks like we might get some penalties here. Maybe Frazier heading to the box. So Frazier heads to the box here after a little altercation in front of Al. And I can't tell who's in the box for the Max. Didn't catch that one. We'll have to wait for the number to pop up. Draw here in the Max zone. White taking it for the Weeks. And he's going to lose his balance in the draw there. Now the other way, Breen pushing it up. These are offsetting penalties, so it'll stay 5-on-5. That's flipped up high as the Max dump it into the Weeks zone. Welsh getting in there, but McIntosh is back to move it out of his zone for the Weeks. Just under a minute left to go here in the second. Played over, White sees Pugsley with a quick shot there, and it goes high into the glass. Sullivan, another shot. Hits a body in front and stays out of the danger zone, I should say. Another shot from Pugsley goes wide. Sullivan keeping it in at the line. Another shot blocked in front. We're going to get a penalty here. Looks to be against the Weeks. Bell rushing to the bench. Flipped up around, and that one will go into the netting. So now a late power play for the Max to see if they can get their first lead of the game, I should say. With just 27 seconds left to go here in the second. Winning that one back. Creelman at the line, moves it over. A big shot there, and it goes wide. Fleming just missing on that one. Liver at the line. He'll walk in with it. Down in deep to the corner, skating his way around the Weeks bench, the Weeks goal. Love it, trying to keep that one in as it flips out off the leg of Sullivan. Love it with it, and that will be the end of the second period. So after 40, the Max come back and tie things up 2-2, and they'll head into the third period with a minute and 33 power play to see if they can get an early lead and their first lead of the game. We'll be back in just a little bit with more U18 major action on High Button Sports. And welcome back here, folks, to the third and final period in this close matchup between the Weeks and the Macs. Macs came back in the second, tied things up 2-2. Puck drop for the third. It's about to be underway. Weeks win it back. And it's cleared down the ice as they are starting this one 5-on-4. Macs on the power play. Creelman behind his net. He'll move it. Scherer making his way into the neutral zone. He'll bring it into the Weeks end as he dumps it into the open ice. Back around, McCachran battling for it as well as Guinish. Fleming in there. And they'll get that one out to the line. Moved over. Creelman walking along the boards. He'll go into the slot. A quick shot there. Rebound is out. And it's covered up by Sorhando. A quick one there on a dangerous opportunity. Draw here in the weak zone. Shots 30-21 for the Macs as they win that one. Creelman moving it over. Guinish back to Creelman. Creelman moves it down in deep for Scherer. Scherer moves it around back of the net to Liver. Down in deep, Sullivan gets possession. He'll try and get it out. Creelman's there to keep it in. Moves it over. Guinish at the line. He'll dump that one in deep, but it's turned over to McCachran, who clears it and throws it on to the net of Bell as it's back. Creelman. Picking that one up. He moves it to Scherer. Scherer moving it back to Liver. He'll skate it in as it goes into the corner. He still has possession. Just moved around to Scherer. Scherer in the corner. Hit off that one. Fleming trying to help out. He gets it up to Creelman, who will battle for it, and he's taken down. Guinish picking it up in the neutral, trying to bring it back in. Moves it. Liver, a quick shot there off the shoulder of Sorhando, and the Weeks clear it, and they're back. Pugsley not out in time to hit the breakaway on that. Scherer. Guinish flipping it over to Odell, who dumps it in off the boards, hits the ref. Odell's in with Guinish, a quick shot there, and Guinish fans on the 1T. Now the Weeks the other way. It's a 3-on-1. Guinish trying to get back, moved over. Pugsley gets it in front, and a big save there from Chandler Bell. Now back the other way. Lovett getting around Tanner. Tanner cuts him off and gets it to Sullivan of the Weeks. Sullivan getting it out to the neutral as the Macs dump it back in. Tanner over to Sullivan. Sullivan moving it up to Green, who brings it into the Mac zone. Battling for it along the boards. Macs move it out now. Odell crossing red. He'll try and dump it in, getting some pressure from Sullivan. Conlon moves it back. Tanner flipping it up to Sullivan. That goes in his feet, but he still gains possession. Gets it to Conlon. Conlon over to Sim, a hard pass. Sim walking in along the boards, looking for an option. He'll take a shot. Rebound's alive in front. And that deflects out of harm's way. Max will get a quick change. Get some fresh legs out there as Odell pushes through. That one's on net. And Sorhando will cover that one up for a whistle. Draw here in the weak zone. Pushing forward, Swain gets through. We're going to get a call here against the Macs. Weeks will head to the power play. It'll be against Bottomley. Just about 3 minutes in to the third period. Weeks an opportunity to go up by one and take back their lead. Kidd, Conlon, Croft, and Tanner, as well as Williams out there. Some big scores. Conlon getting the second one for the Weeks today. Back up to the line for Tanner. He'll move it in. Kidd into the corner for Conlon. Conlon takes it down behind the net, plays it in front, and that's off the stick. Flips to Kidd. Kidd with a shot, and he scores! Nathan Kidd! A quick power play goal there as Nathan Kidd puts it high and takes back the Weeks lead. What a shot from Kidd, an extremely dangerous shooter. He puts the Weeks back up by 1. They'll win that one back. Tanner taking his time with it, brings it into the neutral. Cohen Tanner trying to flip it past Truin, and that one will be offside.
Weeks Majors power play goal. Scorer number 28, Nathan Kidd. Assist number 19, James Robb. And number 15, Liam Hunt.
Draw one back as the Weeks dump it in. Weeks battling for it now. Here's Conlon. Puts it through the legs of Guinness and dumps it into the max zone. Still chasing after it in the corner. Gets possession. He'll fire that into the open ice on the other side. Frazier in there as well battling. Sim. Getting some pressure put on him. It's up to the line for Sullivan, who takes a quick shot. That hits Truin in front. Now the Max the other way. Stretch pass up, and it's intercepted by Sullivan. Now down back, Haverstock with it. He'll bring it across red and try and dump it in. Hits a couple bodies. Tanner grabs it. Taking it back into his own zone. Loses that one in his feet. Truin will try and capitalize on that. Down along the boards. Breen getting it. Trying to keep that one in. He'll play it in, but it's turned over to Cohen Tanner. Moves it to Sim. Sim trying to dump it in. That's overturned to McCacherin. Welsh picking it up now. Bringing it in. Welsh with a quick shot there off the pad of Serhando. Scherer at the line. Another quick shot. Rebound's alive in front, and it's cleared out of the way by McCacherin. He'll move it. Swain with it now. Swain taking it back into his own zone. He'll move it up. Frazier tipping that one in for the Weeks. They'll get some fresh legs out there as Kidd's in deep. McKay moving that one over. Max breaking out to the neutral now. Moving it up to Scherer. Scherer dumping it in. Conlon will grab it. Moves it to Burcham. Burcham avoiding Liver on that one. He'll skate around. Burcham making his way into the Max zone, and that'll be just offside there. Draw here just outside the Max zone. Weeks win it back. Burcham. He'll dump it in. Down around the boards. Cross there. He'll dump it back in again for Kidd, who tries to get there past Creelman. Creelman hitting him off that one. Now Scherer picking it up and going the other way. Scherer moving it back again to Scherer in front. Tries to throw it in and he scores! Scherer ties things up for the Max. His second of the game. Things tied up 3-3 as Scherer gets his second. Draw one back by the Max. Creelman moving it. Fired up the boards. Odell dumping that one into the weak zone. Down in deep for Sullivan. Sullivan moving it around. Williams using the boards to get it to Pugsley. Pugsley to McIntosh. He'll walk in and that one's poked away. White trying to push it through. Creelman's there and he'll move it to Odell. Odell flipping it up. Lovett racing for it. Sullivan also trying to get there. And they'll go into the boards hard. We're going to get a penalty here against Sullivan. And with that late hit, maybe one against the Max too. Sullivan not happy about that one as he'll head to the box. So just the penalty against the Weeks, and now the Macs an opportunity to take the first lead, their first lead, I should say, of the game. Lovett taking the draw. He'll win it back. Creelman moves it to Fleming. Fleming at the line. He'll walk in with a shot blocked in front by McEachran. They'll take them into the corner. Weeks trying to clear it. And McIntosh will get it by and gets it out of the Weeks zone. Creelman in his own zone. He'll move it. Walking in is Lovett. He'll cut back, moves it to Creelman in the open ice. Creelman plays it in, rebounds alive, and that one stays out. Sorhando didn't like the late jab there by Scherer. .13-14 left here in the third. A minute 25 left on the Max power play. White trying to win that draw back. It'll go to Bertram in the corner, who will try and hold it. Bertram doing a good job of holding it in there as it'll slip out. Fleming walks into the slot, moves it to Creelman with a shot, and that one goes high into the glass. Back around. Liver moving it back up to Fleming. Fleming dumping it in for Scherer, and that one's cleared out by McIntosh. Guinness moving it to Welsh. Welsh the other way, goes along the boards. He'll cut back. Moves it over. Guinness. Back to Welsh. Welsh walking in. A quick shot there, blocked by Bertram. Odell moving it around the back of the net. Hits the skate of the ref as they try and get that one back. Moved around the boards. Trewin keeps it in at the line. Hands it over. Guinness walking in. A shot. And it goes wide. Odell racing for it. Up to the line. Guinness along the boards, avoiding. Sim throwing it into Bertram, and Bertram will take it out after getting a couple sticks there. Weeks bench not happy about that. Playing it in is Odell. Trying to get around Bertram, and Bertram cuts him off. Max still with possession. Trewin with a 1T. Hits off the stick of Sorhando. We're back to 5-on-5 as that one exits the zone. Trewin grabbing it. He'll play it in. Welsh dumping it. Cohen Tanner's back to grab it. He'll move it around to Bertram. Bertram firing it down the length of the ice. Conlon racing to get there, and he will. No icing. Conlon avoiding Guinness as he dumps it in. Trying to put on the pressure is Croft. Gets it turned over. Conlon trying to keep that one in. Williams at the line. A quick shot there, and that rebound's moved out of harm's way by Guinness. He'll go the other way with it now. Bringing it into the weak zone. Fans on the shot. Another quick save there from Sorhando in the glove. Draw here in the weak zone. Battle for it at the dot. Push through, moved around, Weeks in possession. Williams racing. Moves it up. Eisner along the boards. Tries to get that one out. He'll get some help from Williams, who moves it out to the neutral. Now Creelman bringing it in. He'll dump it. McKay racing after it. He'll get it behind the Weeks net. Moves it up the boards. A shot in front, and that one almost tipped in. Moved up to the line. Boutelier, another shot. McKay tries to tip it in front, but it's moved over to McEachran. McEachran fans on that clear. Moves it back. Williams to McEachran. McEachran will get it out to the neutral as he dumps it in to the Max zone. Green trying to push it through. Boutelier along the boards battling for it. Pugsley there as well. Max take possession. Boutelier bringing it out. He'll bring it into the weak zone. as he's hitting to the boards off that one. Still battling for it, however. He gets it to Lovett. Lovett walking in. Rebound's alive. And they score. That's a goal. Max take the lead. Strong giving the Max the 4-3 lead halfway through the third. Their first lead of the game. Draw here at center ice. And we're past the 10-minute mark, so the players will head off for a short minute break, and we'll be back in just a moment with more U18 action. And welcome back here, folks. Draw at center ice. Moments after the Max took the lead 4-3. Just a little under 10 minutes left to go. Can the Weeks tie things back up, or will the Max run away with this win? Truin with it in his own zone. Moves it up. Lovett with it. Trying to bring that one in. It goes off the skate of Sullivan. Max dumped that one in. Sullivan going back into the corner to grab it. He moves it around the back of the net. Bertram racing there. Bertram to Sim. Sim to Sullivan. Sullivan moving it through now. Hands it off for Frazier. Frazier trying to play it back in front. And it's kicked away by Bell, and it's cleared out of the Max zone. Tanner back to grab it. Trying to get it to Sullivan. It's moved over to Swain. Swain going the other way. Crossing blue. Flips it up high over Truin and goes back for it. Behind the net. A fancy play there. That one flips up. Truin again. Flips it up high, and that one will hit the rafters. Always an intense game between these two teams. Especially when the game is worth 4 points and your last regular season game for some of these players. One back to Green. Green throwing it deep, Creelman trying to gain that one. He's got White hooked up there. No call on this play. As that one's fired down the ice by the Max. And we'll get an icing. Draw here in the Max zone. Kid taking it. He'll try and win that one back. It's tied up at the dot. Pushing through is Croft with it. Croft up to the line for Williams. Williams dumping it back into the corner for Croft. Plays it in front, and Kidd can't get there. It's off for Tanner. Tanner circling around. Williams with the 1T, and it goes wide. Down in deep. Conlon in the corner, looking for an option. He's got some pressure from Creelman. Plays it over. Croft hit off that one, and the Max will try and clear it, and they'll get it out by an inch, and we'll get an offside here. Draw here just outside the Max zone. One back by the Max. Truin with it. He'll fire it down the length of the ice. Trying to race there is Scherer. He'll get there and beat off the icing. Bertram holding him against the boards though. Kidd in there as well, battling with Odell. Moved around, Scherer still with possession. Moves it in, it's turned over. Played up and Kidd will go down. And we're going to get a call here. So Weeks to the power play with 7:48 left to go. As Boutelier heads to the box here for interference. 7:48 left to go. Can the Weeks tie things up? Fraser, Sim, and Swain out there for the forwards. Williams and Bertram on the line. It's one back. Williams walking his way in. He'll go wide. Looking for an option. He'll take a shot. Rebound's alive in front, and Welsh will take it the other way. Welsh tries to toe drag around Sim. Sim pokes it out of there. Trying to bring it back in, getting some pressure on him. Bertram moving it over. Williams at the line, moves it back to Bertram. Bertram with a shot there. Rebound's alive in front. And it'll get covered up by Bell. A couple bodies will go down. And now we're going to get a penalty here against the Weeks. Sim heading to the box. And looks like Creelman as well, so maybe some offsetting penalties here. And now Creelman will get exited of the game for unsportsmanlike conduct. Not a good look for the Max, one of their best defenders. Now out of the game. So I'm not sure if we'll stay 5-on-4 for the Weeks or if it'll maybe be 4-on-3. We'll have to find out here. So it'll stay 5-on-4. Draw here just outside the Max zone. Kidd, Conlon, and Croft, the same power play line that took back the lead earlier in this period for the Weeks. Moving it back, Kidd making his way through, trying to get around Lovett. Lovett pokes it out of his possession. And the Max fire it down the length of the ice. Just 1:22 left on the Weeks power play. Conlon behind the net. Hands it off for Tanner. Tanner bringing it into the Max zone. Drops it for Croft, but that one's almost intercepted. Kidd trying to regain possession for the Weeks. He'll get some help from Tanner, who grabs it. Tanner. Down in for Fraser. Fraser flipping it over to Croft. Croft hit off that one, a big hit, and that one exits the zone as Tanner's back for it. Trying to... And we're going to get another penalty here against the Max. Lovett will go to the box, and we're going to get some 5-on-3 action for the Weeks. So it'll be 5-on-3 for 50 seconds, and then 5-on-4 for 1:10 for the Weeks. An opportunity to tie things up doesn't get better than this with just 6:38 left to go here in the third period. Croft taking the draw here against Fleming. Croft will get kicked out, I believe. The rest still talking these over. Nope, Croft is in. Croft gets it back. Fraser trying to avoid Fleming. Moves it into Conlon. Conlon with a shot. And that one flies high off the glass and moves around to Williams. Williams at the line. Plays it in deep. Kidd walking his way and he'll take a shot. It goes off the helmet of Bell. And he'll cover it up. Kidd with the previous power play goal here for the Weeks. A dangerous shot and some dangerous hands. As Cher and Liver will replace Fleming and Sullivan on penalty kill for the Max. Kidd wins it back clean to Fraser. Moved over to Williams at the line. Williams down in deep for Kidd. Kidd looking for an option. Gets it over to Croft with the 1-T, goes just wide. Kidd picks up the rebound. He'll have to battle for it. Fraser in to help. Moves it to Croft. Just 17 seconds until 5-on-4. Croft walking high into the slot, moves it to Fraser. Fraser to Williams, to Conlon. Conlon wasn't expecting that pass. Fraser moving it to Williams. Back to Croft with the 1-T. Rebound's alive and it flips wide. Fraser back around. It's 5-on-4 as Boutelier comes out. Croft in the slot and he loses that one and the Max will clear it. And we're going to get another penalty here. For hooking? I'm not sure what team this is against. Looked like it might be against the Max. No. It'll be against Croft. So it'll be 4-on-4, for 56 seconds. And then Max head to a 1-and-4-second power play, 5-on-4. Unfortunate turn of events for the Weeks. But lots of open ice here on 4-on-4. See if they can get something done, or if the Max will defend their lead. As we head later and later into the third here. Odell moving it to Guinish. Guinish back to Breen. Breen going in along the boards. Still battling for it in the corner. Tanner grabbing that one. He'll bring it out. In possession now is Tanner. Moves it up as the Weeks dump it in off the stick of White. On to Bell. Bell moving it to Guinish. Putting on the pressure is White. Guinish will stay behind the net with it. Just 23 seconds left here until the Max power play. Playing it over. White intercepts that one and he'll go the other way with it. Drop pass. Didn't go where he wanted it to. Now the Max pushing it in. Serhando is out of the net to play it off for Tanner. Cohen Tanner going the other way. He has McIntosh with him. He'll flip it in. Now Max the other way. Turned over. Fraser grabbing it. Moves it back to McCachran. It's 5-on-4 for the Max. That one's flipped out. Kidd will get back for it. Kidd walking his way in. Trying to move around Lovett. He still has it. He'll walk into the slot. Going for the wraparound. He'll change his mind on that. Moves it to Sullivan. Sullivan over to McCachran, who keeps it. Looked like it just stayed in, but the rest will call it offside, and the Weeks will have to clear it. Guinish firing it back. A soft pass there, but it's moved up to Scherer. Just 20 seconds left on the Weeks power penalty kill. As that one's dumped in. Sullivan grabbing it. He'll use the glass to fire it out. Now Kidd racing for it, but Guinish is back. Trying to push it through, and that'll be offside. Eight seconds left here on Croft's penalty. We're back to 5-on-5 after that. And I'm sure soon enough we'll see Serhando head to the bench for the Weeks if nothing transpires within the next few seconds. Suds moving it up for the Max. Deliver, who dumps it in on the backhand. Williams back in the corner getting some pressure from Cher. Burcham comes in to help him out. Trying to bring that one out. It's turned over. Liver walking in. A shot goes off the shoulder. Truin another shot. Sim picking it up. Now Sim the other way. He is Green with him. Trying to play it through. Sim still in possession. Moves it back in for Burcham, who tries to get there, but it flips up over his head. And Truin will take possession in his own zone. Moves it back for Suds. He fires it up to Welsh. Welsh with the goal to take the lead here for the Max. As that one's fired down. Fleming keeping it in at the line. He'll skate in with it. Avoiding Sim. But Sim still gets him into the boards and turns it over. Now the Weeks with it. Green heading back into the neutral. He'll cross red and dump it in. And the Weeks will get some fresh legs out there. Truin back with it behind his net. 2:30 left to go. Guinish holding it behind his net. And he'll just stand there with it. Killing the clock, I suppose. He'll move it out to Boutelier. Boutelier firing it in. Serhando moving it around. Conlon picks it up off the boards from Serhando. Moves it to Kidd. Kidd skating his way in. Trying to get around, and he's taken down. We're going to get a max penalty. Kidd's not feeling so good. He'll get up, but it seems like he's favoring his left shoulder. He'll pick up his stick, seems to be shaking it off. With just a minute 58, Guinish heads to the box, and the Weeks will get a power play. Serhando, halfway between the net and the bench, ready to go here for the 6-on-4. And the Weeks are going to call a timeout here. We'll let them talk things over, and we'll be back in just a moment with the final 2 minutes of this 4-3 game. And after the short timeout there, Weeks are back out. The net is empty. Sim, Fraser, Conlon, Croft, and Kidd, as well as Williams out there for the 6-on-4. Some of their top shooters out there right now as they try and tie things up with a chance of winning their final regular season game of the season. One back by the Weeks. Sim picks it up. He'll play it in deep for Conlon. Conlon uses the boards to get it back to Sim, and that one flips off the ref. Kidd keeping it in, and it's cleared out. And down the ice, almost flips into the net. Kidd picking it up. Williams. He'll head the other way, fires it in deep, trying to beat off that icing. It'll be offside here, as that's fired down. Flip down the length, then it goes in to the empty net. The max score. I'm not sure what was going on there, a misread. I don't believe some of the players realized that. It was an offside, I believe. As Ivor gets the empty net and makes it 5-3 for the Max, shorthanded. Could that be the nail in the coffin? With a minute 23 left to go, we'll see if the Weeks can score 2 to tie things up. They are still on the power play. Just Sorhando's back in the net, so 5-on-4. Trying to push that one through. Won it back. Tanner loses that one. And Haverstock will dump it in off of his misplay. Bertram in the corner, moving it. White picks it up. Now he'll go the other way with it. And he'll dump it into the corner of the Max zone. A minute left to go here. White trying to play it around. Along the boards, behind the Max net. Pugsley handing it back to White. White to Fraser with a quick shot. Rebounds in front. Pugsley trying to bat that one in. It's everywhere. Pugsley again, and we're going to get a penalty here. I'm not sure who against. Seems like White and Breen are heading to the box. draw here in the Max zone. It's still 5-on-4 for the Weeks. Max will clear that one. 35 seconds left in play here. Serhando is out of the net. So it is 6-on-4, excuse me. Frazier picking it up. He'll skate around the back of the net. 25 seconds left to go. Frazier crossing red. He'll bring it in. Getting around Truin. Frazier's in. Hands it over to Eisner. Rebounds alive in front. And that one goes wide. What a chance. And it's cleared out. 12 seconds left in play. Back around. Bircham in the corner. Frazier grabbing it. And they'll kill the clock on this one. Frazier fires it down the length of the ice. And Max walk away with the win. 5-3. In quite the late comeback. Final score 5-3 for the Max as they came back being down 2-0 and battled it out, winning this one 5-3. Thank you for tuning in to today's game on High Button Sports. My name is Vaughn Mason.